Well, hello there, Maverick Traders. This is Monday, July 17th. I am Rob Reinhold, and let's jump into the market. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a bull market that is continuing to go on. So let's talk about what we're going to discuss in this market roundup. We are going to discuss today's trading day. What happened today? What was the news of the day? We're going to break down the broad markets and the commodities. Then we're going to switch over and take a look at current market scoring. Did anything change in these markets? We'll take a look at the internals, we take a look at the sectors, and then of course, we're always looking for trading opportunities. We're going to go through some bullish setups, some sideways setups, and some bearish setups. So let's jump into it. But before we do that, I want to just bring up what exactly Maverick Trading is and what is proprietary trading. Proprietary trading has been around for a long time. It's when a private firm hires traders to trade with their capital. Now, the traders are paid a percentage of the profits they make for the firm, so that we all both make money together. Profitable traders get awarded higher levels of capital so they can take bigger positions and make more money. We've been in business since 1997. We are a US-based prop firm. If you're interested in becoming a trader for Maverick, click the link in the description or the card in the top right, and that will take you to the 9-minute intro video on YouTube. All right, let's jump into it. So today was a day that just opened up and we basically kept going up. There really was no pullbacks whatsoever today. If we take a look at the news here, we actually started the weekend off kind of on a down note. Overseas markets were lower because China GDP came in well below expectations. Their retail sales came in well below expectations. And it really started the week with the markets on their back foot. But the U.S. markets has not cared whatsoever about any bad news anywhere, and we just simply got some buying all throughout the day. We opened on our lows, closed on our highs. It wasn't a big candle, but it was definitely an up candle. And we did get some manufacturing news. The Empire Manufacturing Index, that's been negative for about the last probably 10 months, actually went positive a little bit at 1.1. So if you take a look, it was a mildly bullish day with 62% of all stocks going up. We have about 3/4 of stocks trading above their 50-day moving average. Everything in these charts has been saying be bullish ever since the breakout back here. This is where we went from a +1 to a +2 up to a +3, and we have been at a solid +3. There were 2 times where we backed down to a +2. Other than that, we've been at +2 or +3, which pretty much means put the pedal to the metal on the bull side. We talked on the weekend about this Friday candle. We said, look, we just had this breakout. We had a run. It would not surprise us at all if we had a pullback to the breakout point. But this is the thing. The market doesn't have to listen to us. This is what should happen. This is what usually happens. But it will not surprise me at all if we just hang up there. Darren said he thinks the market hangs up here at this area, doesn't even pull back this much. This is only like a 1.5% pullback if it does pull back. Ultimately, we are still quite bullish these markets. There's nothing in the technicals that is telling us to get cautious or bearish. Here's another one. We got this candle on Friday. A lot of times you get these candles, they do move lower, but not this market. This market's strong, opened up high, closed at its high, or opened up here, closed at its high. Everything is bullish here. If we come in here to the market internals, we did see some areas of weakness here. I want to point out what's happening in telecom services. Things like Verizon, AT&T have gotten absolutely killed lately. And if you take a look inside of real estate, anything that's connected to media has gotten killed as well. We did get a lot of good movement out of the big cap tech, NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft. They're all up. But you can see here, there wasn't all that much bullishness in this market today. But you can't call it bearish. This is a bull market. So we just see this green jumping around all the time. There is absolutely nothing to add to this outlook. We're at a +3 outlook and we maintain a +3 outlook. Yes, we are expecting some sort of small pullback or base here. Other than that, you want to be a buyer of stocks on any sort of pullbacks, bases, or just any time. You want to be net bullish here. Let's take a look at some potential trades here. Lots of stuff on the bull side. and a lot of stuff on the bear side. I'm going to give more bears than bulls. I've been doing this for about the last week or two, and I've been doing it because I said, look, the bulls are easy to find. The bulls are very easy to find. If this market keeps going up, you really don't have to be all that smart. The shorts are where you really need to be on the right track, because a bull market pulls everything up. It holds everything up above the waterline. So our shorts have to be even better in bullish markets. But let's take a look at our first long here. Let's jump into Broadcom, AVGO. Take a look at this beautiful pattern. We got the spike up here. We hit against this resistance. We had this nice ascending triangle pattern. Take a look at the breakout today. It's just a really nice breakout. Look, I'm not saying this thing's running to 1,000 this week, but I think you can easily open up like a 910, 920 bull call spread. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, that's a $10 spread, Rob. Guess what? This is a $910 stock. This is like opening up a 91, 92 bull call spread. It's actually quite a wimpy trade. So you can do all sorts of combinations on this, but this thing looks really nice after a 2.5 month ascending triangle that's breaking up. On the sideways trades, I've got XEL. Now, this is in the utility sector, and this is one of the, quote, weaker sectors in the market. Look, it's still going higher. All sectors are going higher here, but it's definitely underperforming. And what I do like on this is we have some pretty major resistance. So as you can see, this thing has been in a downtrend for a while and really can't get out of this downtrend. So we're really counting on this resistance right around the 64.50 to hold. The question is, how do we play this? You could play a 60-65 bear call spread into August. This only has monthly options available. You could do a 55-60-65 butterfly as well if you want to make it a little bit more sideways than bearish. You get to decide what strikes and how to play this. But I really love doing these kind of targeted butterflies when it's right at the top of its range, looking to sink back down into it. So this is XEL for a sideways trade. Let's take a look at some potential shorts here. This here is Cinemark. And Cinemark had a nice big run early in the year. It made a base. It broke out. You can see that breakout couldn't move it to new highs. We came back down, and this is called a head and shoulders pattern. Now, look, I'm not too crazy about labeling these long-term patterns because I'm looking to trade maybe a week or two on this. I'm not waiting for this huge grand movement to play out that really happens with stuff like head and shoulders and double tops, double bottoms. Those take months and months to develop. I'm just looking at relative weakness and saying, hey, we just broke through this pretty major support here at 1570. I think we've got the next level of support down here at about 1450. So how do I play this? Well, I could play the 15-16 bear call spread. That would be more theta. I could do a 14-15 or even a 14-16 bear call spread if I wanted to get a little bit more on short delta on this one. But as I said over the weekend, I'm not crazy about getting a lot of negative delta. I'd much rather have a little bit of negative delta and some positive theta on my trade. So I'm looking at doing that 15-16. Next short, Paramount Global, another stock that is completely not participating in this rally. After a gap down, we've been going sideways. We've really been holding this level right here. Next level down below is 14. Look, you get to decide how to play this. You could do something like a diagonal put spread. So that's just for this week. You go out to August and buy like the 1750 put, and then you sell this week's 15 against it. You bring in a little bit of money this week, and then you get to reevaluate this. Hey, do I want to hold this into August as just a straight put, or do I want to close this out? And you can see if it takes off and runs, that's where we get in a little trouble. But everything below this point, even sideways, is going to be profitable for us. So this is a nice short on Paramount Global. Let's talk about tomorrow. I'm going to just reiterate what we said in the trading room. The market's a little overextended. Pullbacks are likely. The market doesn't have to listen to us. It can keep going. It could keep going as much as it wants. All we're saying is when you take a look at buying opportunities, the best buying opportunities in bull markets typically don't happen after they've run for 6 or 7 days. they typically happen when they've based for 6 or 7 days or pulled back for 4 or 5 days. Those typically are the best entry points. Ultimately, if you're looking to buy something and hold it for a couple weeks, your entry point isn't all that important. It definitely will help, but you really just want to be on the right side of trends. You want to be on the right side of sector trends. But as Darren said last weekend, and I agree, if you want to wait for the first cut of this week and take some positions near the end of this week, I think that is definitely an intelligent thing to do. We do have earnings that are going to start rolling out fast and furious here. Not a lot on the docket today, but tomorrow you can see we've got Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Lockheed Martin. So we're starting to get some big reports. Wednesday is going to be the biggest with Tesla and Netflix. So just be ready for some volatility later in this week. Tomorrow's economic reports, retail sales, industrial production, not all that important. I don't think you need to worry about these at all. Earnings are really going to be the big story going forward. Well, that is the Market Roundup. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye, everybody.